Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So glad you can join me today. So today I have a bit of a different video. It's more like a craft with me or tutorial if you want to call it that, centered around this die right here. This is a KSCRAFT die that I purchased off of Amazon. I got this earlier this year and I really do like this die. I love the way this envelope looks. It also comes with some words here, some sentiments that you can use, but I did not use those. I haven't used them yet, but I'm just going to use these three pieces. This is the back, this is the front, and this is the flap. So we're going to work with that today. So this is what it looks like once it's put together and all finished. I just put this one together quickly for a sample so that you can see how it functions. It is very flat. It does not have a gusset. This is the back, and this is pretty much it, and you can just decorate it however you want. The one that I made for V, I made it into a shaker using tulle, and I just wrapped the tulle around this section right here, and it came out really beautiful, and I was really happy with it. But the only problem I had with it was that it was really difficult for me to put anything in here and pull it out because of this flap right here. So yesterday I was working on a fall project that I had in mind, and I started working on them, and I came up with this. This is the first one that I put together. I was like, you know what, I'm going to create a gusset on the side so that I can put more items in it. Now this one only has like maybe 2 score lines in it that I made, but you can make it thicker if you want. You can add a lot more score lines to this and make a wider gusset for it. And I only did it on 3 sides. I didn't do the bottom. I just did the 2 sides. And I added the flap to it, and I was gonna do a dangle on here, so I have this eyelet here. And I was like, you know what? I could even put another pocket down here or on the back. So I decided not to put the flap on here so that I can get more items in. So this was the last one that I made in green. And then this is the second one that I made actually. Gusset on this side and this side. So these 3 were the same. And so I got to thinking again, I'm like, you know what? I could probably alter this and make like a little loaded envelope. So I cut out some pieces, so that's what we're gonna do today. These are some of the pieces that we're going to use, and then we're only going to use these 2 pieces. We're not going to use the flat part. So these 2 pieces of the die set, and I already cut this out, and what I did was I used the Maggie Home Garden Party paper, and I added some heavyweight cardstock to the back of it to give it a little more sturdiness. So there's that piece, and then I cut out a full piece of this one here, and that would be this. So I cut this whole thing out, and then what I did was I had another piece of paper, same as this one, and I just cut out a portion of it. I didn't want to waste the whole thing, so I just positioned it closer to the bottom of the page, like this is the bottom of the page right here, and then I just cut out what I wanted. So there's that. And then this piece here I cut out using the bottom. So this is all from scrap pieces that I had, so I didn't have a full sheet, so this got cut out from one side of the page and this was from another side. So that's how that worked. And then I created some gussets, and I'll show you guys how I did that. This is for that pocket there, and then this one is for this pocket here. And then these are just some extra pieces that I oops, that's not supposed to be there. These are just some extra pieces that I was just playing around with, and I'll show you how I created the gussets for this. So let's do that first. Let me get my scoreboard. And just gonna lay your paper down, and for this one I only need about 2 inches, so I'm only going to score up to the 2-inch score line here, and I'm going to do it at 1/4 inch, every 1/4 inch. Okay, and I'm just gonna go all the way to the 2 mark. And stop there. And then I'm gonna get my paper trimmer. I'm just gonna take this excess off. So let's do it from the back side. I can see it better. Cut that off. We're gonna cut it at the 1 mark also. Let's do it on this side. Okay, so then you're gonna take your paper, and I know you can't see the lines, but they're there. And I'm going to fold this piece back and just fan fold it. So your design paper, your decorative paper, is going to be on the outside. Okay, not the inside, but the outside. And then you're going to do it to both of them, because you need a gusset for each side. Remember, we're doing the sides and not the bottom. And what I then do is, you can measure to how long it is, and that's how it's gonna go on both sides, and it's gonna go like that. So now that I've showed you how to do that, let's put this together. And for the sake of time, I have already made my folds, because there are score lines on the as a matter of fact, the stitch line, you can use that. It shows up a lot better and it's easier to fold. So I just folded it along the stitch line. Even though there are score lines, you can hardly see them. Okay, so we'll put these ones off to the side for now. And we're gonna work with this one. We're gonna leave this here because we're gonna need that in a minute. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my glue and I'm going to glue the bottom down first. Okay, so what I do is I fold this up, and there's score lines down here. You can see the dotted line at the bottom there. That's what I'm going to butt this up against. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my scissors, and then this piece here that we've just fan folded, I'm going to make a wedge cut at the bottom. So I'm at an angle, and I'm going to clip that off. And I'm going to do the same thing with this one. Clip that off. Okay. So then what I'm going to do next is I am going to put glue on this side of the gusset, and I'm gonna glue it down to this side here, and you can go as close to the edge as you like. And make sure you don't go past that fold line at the bottom here. Don't go past that line, otherwise you'll have problems closing it. And we're going to do the same on this side. And then what I do is when you turn it over, you'll see that you have some excess here. So you're going to take your scissors and just clip that off. And then you're going to take your glue again, and you're going to put glue on this side and on this side. we're gonna put it down. Okay, so this is what you have. There's your gussets. Okay, now for this part here, I could do this like that, or I can do this. So those are a couple of options that you can do. I am liking this one better. If you wanted to, you could put another one, but that's totally up to you. I would actually make this a little bit shorter if I wanted to. So these are just a couple of options that you can use for this. I think I'm just gonna stick with this. So I've already pre-made some gussets for this, so I'm going to glue this on right now. And then I'm gonna glue this on to here. Okay, so this is what it's gonna look like when it's finished. So that's basically it. I mean, you could stop at this point and decorate it however you like. So why don't we go ahead and do that? So I've gone ahead and I've selected some things that I want to use for this, and I definitely want to use this, so we're going to use that. And I have some other things here. Let's see, this, I just cut off a piece from this package right here from the garden party. It was up here, this piece right here, so I just cut a piece of that off. And see, I have a bow and some flowers. This is some of that ruffle paper that I got from Brittany, and I just took some of the packaging apart and repurposed it. And I've also made a dangle to go on here, and maybe some other things that I might use. So for this piece here, why don't we go ahead and do this piece first. I want to put this piece here, but as you can see, it doesn't go all the way around. So what I've done is I've cut it to make it work. So we're gonna do that one first. And where I cut it was, I cut right here, and then I cut it on the other side of this larger circle right there to get it to go around this V right here. So that worked perfectly well, and I'm really pleased with the way it looks. So you guys, don't be afraid to cut up your dies in order to make them work on your projects. This looks perfect. It looks like this is how the die actually came. But all I did was cut it in a couple of places and this is what you get. So there's that. Okay, so then let's do this piece here. This piece here, I want it to go down here. So let's do that. And this is a sticker. Okay, so there's that. And I'm going to put this here. Put that down. Use some hot glue on that. Just going to put that right there like that. And I just added some of my rhinestone trim to it. I am loving the way this looks. Okay, then I have this heart here, and I think I am going to, let's see, put that there. Let me see. Put that there. I'll leave this for the end. We'll see what happens with that one. Okay, so let's go ahead and make our hole. So I'm got my crocodile here, and let's put it right there. Take this. This is a dangle that I made. Sorry for the glue on my fingers. It's got a tassel, a star, some beads that I made. It's got this flower. It's got, I want to say this is a duck because the neck isn't long enough for it to be a swan. And then I have this other flower here. So I'm going to add this jump ring. And this has a lobster clasp on it, right there. I'm just gonna stick it on through here, since this is already open. So there's my dangle. Okay, here, I think I wanna put that there. I got this bow in a swap. I don't remember who it's from because they didn't put their name on the packaging. That's why I like you guys to put your name on the packaging if you send me anything, so that I can give you the credit for creating this. Alright, and I think I'll put this there, like that. I'm gonna pop that up on some foam dots. I thought about putting something here, but I don't know, haven't decided yet. All right, so I think I'm going to put that heart right there. I think I'm gonna put Darling there. I think I like that swan there, so let's put him there. I think I'm liking the way this is looking so far. I'll probably add some gems to it. So yeah, let's add some gems to it and see how that looks. So this is how it looks decorated. But I really like the way this turned out. Okay, so let's just see how much this folder can hold. So I have some items here that we can try to fit in there, and let's see how that goes. Okay, so I have this sequin mix here that I think I'm going to add this paper clip to. Okay, so I have that. Let's see. I have these crepe paper rosettes that I put some centers on that can be finished by the recipient. Let's put that in there. Okay, so that fits in there. And let's see. I have this. These are some die cuts. Let's put those in here. And I have some of these flowers, these handmade flowers. Put that in there. And let's see, I have this stamp. Some gems. I know that bow's gonna get covered up, but that's okay. And let's see the sequin mix. Let's put that off to the side. And I have this that Melinda, the Cali Crafter, made me for my birthday. I want to see how that fits in here. This side. That fits in there nicely. And let's see, can I get anything else in there? Some bows, pack of bows. So yeah, this thing can hold quite a bit. We've got the die. That fits in there too. So yeah, it's holding up pretty good. I mean, it holds a lot, you guys. So this is another alternative for a loaded pocket or a loaded envelope. So there it is. So this was fun. I hope you guys are able to try this. For those of you who do have this die set, it's something that you guys can play around with and create different things and just have fun with it. You know, this is the whole set right here. This is what you get. I don't remember what the price is, but yeah, that's what I've created with this envelope here. So you guys give it a try. Let me know what you think about this project. I would love to see your comments. If you do try it, go ahead and tag me. Also, if you are not subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and subscribe. Hit that like button if you learned something from this tutorial or this craft with me, whatever you want to call it. I would love to read your comments. All right, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you so much for watching and have a blessed day.